on the one hand, we have those groups who were attacking Hindu mandirs and shouting hate speech, all of those derogatory tropes and very, very vicious, violent, threatening statements that were being made. They are the people who were also chanting Modi, fascist, RSS, BJP, Hindutva, Nazi. Okay. Now we know that the statements made by that particular group have been repeatedly proven to be false. They're the same people who were saying that a mosque had been attacked. That didn't happen. They were the same people who put into the media space the allegations that a Muslim girl, an attempted abduction had occurred and that it was Hindus that were responsible. That didn't happen. It was a lie. It was a fake. It was false. And many of the other things that were said were also false. Lie after lie has come tumbling down. And so they are the same people who were then also chanting Modi, Nazi, fascist, Hindutva. And so if we look at their track record and their credibility, that on its own should be enough to get any reasoned, unbiased, balanced observer to say, well, hang on a minute, the source is not credible, and so we should not take this source any further. Okay. So firstly, there is a very good reason for saying, well, actually, if everything else that these people were saying is a complete bundle of lies and hate speech, then maybe this might also qualify. And that on its own should be enough to say there's a problem with this statement. When it came to dealing with the Hindus, they threw all of those standards under a bus and came straight out and said, oh yes, allegations have been made, and it's, a connection between the BJP, the RSS, Hindutva is now being asserted. And then you have the Nazi fascist trope subliminally being experienced by everybody. And so the BBC and these mainstream outlets, they are entirely culpable in two things from my point of view. One is inciting further religious hatred. They amplified the hate speech that was going on. But second, I think in a very short space of time, questions are going to be asked about whether the BBC was culpable, whether the Guardian was culpable, whether Channel 4 was culpable in the, shall we say, the covering up of the ethnic cleansing of Hindus from that area of Leicester. If it turns out that in fact, in let's say 6 months to a year's time, the demographic of that area has changed, and it has changed to the detriment of the Hindus who were making their homes there, then I think there's a very strong case for scrutinizing the behavior of these organizations from the point of view of having been complicit in ethnic cleansing in this country, ethnic cleansing of Hindus in Leicester, in the United Kingdom in 2022. Now, who is the fascist in all of this? Remember, fascism is not possible unless you have a very powerful propaganda arm, unless you have people determined to conceal the true perpetrators of fascism, the true deniers of human freedoms and religious freedoms. It's not possible unless you have propaganda merchants. And are we genuinely now seeing that the Channel 4 News, that the BBC, that the Guardian are actually nothing other than those who would willingly and knowingly abandon their standards, condone and conceal acts of ethnic cleansing? So who is the fascist? Who is the fascist in this conversation?
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.